Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. This is the group 6. Our title is Utilitarianism. So, our introduction is this module entitled Utilitarianism emphasizes the common good for the benefit of the many. What is good or right? Is anything useful, beneficial, and serviceable to attain the ultimate goal of an action? Utilitarianism was brought to the center by Bentham, who applied his empirical beliefs to moral and political theories. So, our objective is in this module, you will be able to understand and define utilitarianism, appreciate the value of utilitarianism, and assess when to use utilitarianism. So, we have here Jeremy Bentham. Greatly influenced by John Locke and David Hume. Jeremy Bentham is known as the father of utilitarianism. He is the father of utilitarianism. His birthday is on February 15, 1724 in Spitalfields, London, England. His death is in June 6, 1832 in Westminster, London, England. He studied Bachelor of Arts degree at Queen's College, Oxford, and law at Lincoln's Inn. His father, Jeremy Bentham, was a successful lawyer in the Court of Chancery, and his mother is Alicia Whitehorn Nee Grove, was pious woman. He is an English philosopher, economist, theoretical Judist, reformer, and thinker. His most important work is an introduction to the principle of moral and legislation. So, Jeremy Bentham is a founder of utilitarianism. He is greatly respected for having involved in making prison more humane, campaigning for greater democracy and free education, improving working condition, employment, minimum wage, sickness benefits, and old age insurance. He has defined the human person and its action as basically governed or motivated by pleasure. And Paine holds that everything pleasurable is good and everything painful is evil or bad. Happiness is pleasure that is desirable in the ends and inherently good.
Utilitarianism or utilitaria comes from the Latin word utilis, which means useful, beneficial, profitable, advantageous, and serviceable. It considered as the most influential theological or consequentialist. It is claimed to have long originated from the Greek Epicurus, who the end or purpose of all action is primarily to attain pleasure for oneself, the limitation of desire, and removing the fear of death and of goods. In utilitarianism, what is good or right is anything that is useful, beneficial, advantageous, and serviceable. And the consequences or ends, telos, the end justifies the means, including the intention. Intentions and means are neither good nor bad. Okay, let's move on to the next slide. Jeremy Bentham's utility principle. The greatest good is that which produces the greatest pleasure for the greatest number. And we have here the two types of utilitarianism, which are act-utilitarianism and rule-utilitarianism. Act-utilitarianism, the principle of utility, is directly applied to every moral occasion. The right act is the one which brings about the best ends, or the least amount of wrong or bad end. Machiavelli's principle: a prince may hurt some individual and would be justified in his action, if it is were for the benefits of the whole state, is exact act utilitarianism. Rule utilitarianism: the hostility is applied to validate any rule of conduct moral principle. The right or good is one which brings about the best end of the least amount of wrong or bad end. Legal laws that are enacted for the common good are rule utilitarian. This is because the wrong or bad actions that our government punishes or any violations against law or rule.
Okay, let's move on. Putnam suggested a hedonistic calculus or utility calculus that could be used to determine the moral status and circumstances of the action. Tinatawag niya itong Felicipic calculus, from Latin felicitas or felix, fruitful, blessed, happy. So we have here number 1. So how intense the pleasure will be. So just like war on drug ng ating president administration ng ating Pangulong Duterte. Number 2, how long will it last? We can calculate 6 months. Ipinangako yung duration na sinasabi. But again, especially umabot ng 6 na taon and it's not yet totally na nawala. How certain will it occur? Gaano kasigurado na ito ay talaga bang matatanggal, ma-eradicate itong illegal drugs na ito? So how certain? How near it is? So we have condensity. How much will it lead to similar kind of pleasure? Next. How much free it from pain? Nagsuffer ba ang lahat? Or yung mga drugs addict, pusher, drug lord, nagsuffer ba silang lahat? Sila ba ay nananagot lahat kung may magkakaroon ba ng collateral damage, marami bang madadamay? Those are the questions regarding purity or moral status. And lastly, how many people will gain pleasure? Sino-sino ang mga mag-benefit ng aksyon na ito? Sino-sino ba ang nag-benefit ng mga drugs? Hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas, maski sa ibang bansa din. So, move on. John Stuart Mill to claim this statement. It is a better to be a human being dissatisfied than a pig satisfied, better to be a Socrates dissatisfied than a fool satisfied. And if the fool or the fig is of different opinion, it is only because they only know their own side of the question. So this proclamation by the John Stuart Mill, papaano ba natin sinusukot yung kasaganahan ng buhay? Base ba sa material na bagay? Base ba sa mga hindi intangible things like love, happiness? This is example. Saan ba natin ini-engage or mini-measure richness of life? Kasaganahan ng ating buhay or sa mga tangible things or intangible things? So how do we measure richness in life? And who determine the value of life. So, ang utilitarianism kasi, it is said to become, therefore, its inability to justify our confidence, the supplementality, and the human life.
Okay, let's move on to John Stuart Mill, 1748 to 1873. Si John Stuart Mill ay na-impluwensyahan ng kanyang ama, no, na si James and Jeremy Bentham. Si John Stuart Mill ay kilala rin bilang most influential English-speaking philosopher noong taong 19th century. Siya ay pinanganak noong May 20, 1806 sa Pentonville, London, at namatay siya noong 1873 sa London, England. Itong si John Stuart Mill ay talaga namang napakatalino dahil siya ay nag-aral na ng Griego o Greek nung 3 taong gulang pa lamang siya, at Latin naman nung 8 taong gulang siya. So makikita natin no, bata pa lang siya, talagang matalino na siya. At ang kanyang ama na si James Mill ay isang Scottish philosopher, kaya hindi na rin nakakapagtaka kung bakit napakatalino nito at naging isa ring philosopher. Noong taong 6 years old siya naman ay nagbabasa ng storybook. At noong taong 12 years old, naging logician siya at economist naman noong 16 years old. Isa rin siyang British philosopher, naturalist, liberalism, economics, and moral political theories. At ang kanyang mga libro at essays ay nakasentro lamang sa mga logical o logic, epistemology, economics, social and political philosophy. So, let's move on to siya ay taga-sunod naman ni Bentham. Siya ay isang follower ni Bentham, no? At siya ay nagpakasal sa isang widow at na-elect sa House of Commons. At ito ay tumakbo sa botosan ulit, kaso nga lang natalo siya. At hindi siya nag-agree kay Bentham sa idea ni Bentham na all pleasures are of equal value. Para kay John Stuart Mill, it is not quantity that should be measured, but the quality of the pleasure felt. So, kung karamihan naman na siguro sa atin ay narinig na yung sinasabi na wala sa bilang, kundi na sa quality. So, doon naniniwala si John Stuart Mill. Ito yung madalas kong ding marinig sa simbahan, no, na wala sa quantity, kundi na sa quality. Anin mo yung napakarami, no? Kung yung quality nila low class lang, di ba? Kaya mas pinahalaga ni John Stuart Mill yung quality kaysa sa quantity.
Next. He believes that different forms of pleasure should be ranked according how valued they are. There are different kinds of pleasure. May dalawa po tayong kinds of pleasure. The higher and the lower forms of pleasure. It does not bode well for the advancement of civilization if the hedonistic calculus will be followed without considering the kinds of pleasure involved, because more people without considering the kinds of pleasure, because more people might pursue the lower forms of pleasure more than higher forms of pleasure. Next, John Stuart Mill. The higher forms of those that will allow us to exercise human being are higher faculties like, for example, one will choose to learn and be educated, use her higher faculty than to be ignorant and be a fool. The pursuit of intellectual pleasure is deemed better than the pursuit of physical or bodily pleasure. But who decided to address this issue? The solution was to give a decision to somebody who has experience both that he is left competing acts. For example, are eating pizza or reading poetry, then only the one who has done both can decide which act is morally good. Yung sa pagano po kasi, for example, yung pag-aaralan natin, that is a high form of pleasure kasi it is a long-term benefit ng ating education. So, considered as higher form permanent. Kumbaga, so one will choose to lead educated to be and ignore a fool. So, mas maganda yung intellectual pleasure kaysa doon sa physical or bodily pleasure and intellectual pleasure. Like education, permanent. Hindi yan mananakaw ng ibang tao. That is why this is considered higher forms of pleasure. It is not physical but bodily.
Utilitarian principle ay nagsasabi na ang pinakamalagang bagay ay ang kaligayahan o katuwaan ng pinakamaraming tao. Ito ay nagsusulong ng kakayahang makamit ang kalidad na kaligayahan o kasayahan para sa pinakamaraming tao. Ayon kay Mill, ang mga masasantong tao tulad ng mga bayani at martir ay hindi nagtatanong ng sarili nilang kaligayahan, ngunit naghahanap ng pinakamalaking kaligayahan para sa pinakamaraming tao. Let's move on to the next. Ang quantity versus quality naman ay nagpapaliwanag sa dalawang pananaw sa kaligayahan. Si Jeremy Bentham ay naniniwala na ang lahat ng kasiyahan ay may kaparehong kalaga. Samantalang si John Stuart Mill ay naniniwala na may mas mataas at mas mababa na kasiyahan. At ang mainam ay ang mas mataas na kasiyahan. Sa madaling salita, ang Mill's utilitarian principle ay nagsusulong ng kaligayahan at pinakamaraming tao, habang ang quantity at versus quality ay nagpapaliwanag sa dalawang pananaw sa kalidad ng kaligayahan.
So that's all guys. Thank you for listening. Again, we are the group 6.